All right, what's going on, everybody? C4 here. We got 5 minutes early. God, the promptness of these streams. So, for those of you that are living under the rock, we finished the Snowhawks Relocation franchise mode. I don't know how many, probably 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago. This is my first stream of 2018. I figured what better way to bring in the new year than setting up the next Relocation stream series, which is funded by my Patreon page. If you would like, and you can, go check that out. Support me through there. And in return, you get to have your own creative prospect that you get to see throughout this series. We already did year 1 with the Snowhawks, and we won the Super Bowl, which put us in an awkward predicament because usually I have a rule of thumb that when I do a franchise mode here on YouTube and I win the Super Bowl, I move on to something else. And we had a big old poll there on the Patreon, and we decided that we are going to be relocating a different team, a second team within this save, so we're still going to be able to see the Snowhawks and what happens with those players and the players that have been on other teams, as well as everyone that has, re-upped and is still supporting me on Patreon. They get new prospects at the next draft, and they can be incorporated on the brand new relocation team. They can be incorporated on any team in this league. So we are ending it here. Just a quick revival. The Snowhawks beat the Minnesota Vikings 27-17 to claim their first Super Bowl. Wasn't our best of games. Sam Bradford was on one for the Vikings. Rivers didn't do a whole lot, but we did one thing better than they did. And that was convert some damn touchdowns. I don't know what the hell's going on with the box score. What was the general here? Let's see what we can get. It doesn't have a scoring summary, but yeah, why does it have no touchdowns for our team? Does we have no touchdowns? I feel like the box score is not accurately reflecting what's going on. But anyways, I digress. So let's just rock and roll. Like I said, we are going into the off season. So let's force this advance right into the off season. And what is going to happen is the team that we're relocating is a team that is currently up for sale, and that is the Carolina Panthers. Jerry Richardson got caught doing some bad things with some female employees that wasn't so hot, and basically the team's for sale. And a person that is quite polarizing in the ownership market right now is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the owner of WWE. He already tried the XFL and failed, but there's rumors that he is trying to cash out right now and get back into football somehow, some way. People think it might be for the creation of the league. People think it might be recreating XFL. But we have done in our little world here is Vince McMahon has decided this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to come in and to buy the Carolina Panthers and do whatever he wants to do with it. So we have a financial mogue. He's very much that. What we are going to do is, as voted by you guys, it was almost overwhelmingly voted by you guys. I had 4 cities we could have just, relocated the Panthers to. And I'm not going to lie, I was going 100% based off of jerseys and not so much, the logistical locations and stuff. We had Oklahoma. We had, what did we have? Okay, make sure the league settings are the same here. We had Oklahoma. We had San Antonio. We had, can't remember the other one off the top of my head. And then we had London, the London Black Knights. And the London Black Knights was pretty much head and shoulders the #1 option that you guys wanted to see. So I felt, all right, that is what we're going to do. We are going to move this team to London. And what we are going to do is fill it up. So today's stream, like I said, it's just more so miscellaneous because it needs to get done. I figure you might as well, some people want to see what is going on here. We need to go through that whole first season of the relocation process, which is what we're going to do today. So at the end of this stream, it is basically going to end at the draft. And then the next video, which will be out early next week, I'm going to have all the brand new creative prospects and all that stuff. So that's just forced advance here. We don't need to be messing around with this business. C4, what the Eagles are going to do this weekend? I hope they win. I'm pulling for them to win. I think that they're definitely going to benefit from the underdog mentality. And I wouldn't bet money on the Eagles to win. I'm not that dumb. But definitely the underdog mentality. I like it. It fits. It suits the city of Philadelphia. So Vince McMahon is in a transitionary year, and I don't think we are going to, mess around with free agents and stuff. Just because, I don't know. I feel like we should just let that go. So we'll just sim straight to the draft. Like I said, this Panthers roster. Let's just see what the computer will do and dictate. What's up? What's up from Germany? Go Bayern Munich. Screw Leipzig. Get it? That's a popular soccer opinion. Rasenballsport. Tomorrow's video, though, guys, will be part 2 of my D1 story where I talk about my actual combine stats and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. Seems like a lot of you guys did enjoy the D1 story. And I have a fire rebuild coming this Friday. Really good rebuild. Let's get a free agency recap for this team that Vince McMahon really didn't get. We didn't sign anyone. I probably should have done a better job of doing that. I should have turned like the computer on or something. Let's start the draft. Let's just simulate the draft. Like I said, man, I don't want really any influence over this. What's up, everybody tuning in? How's it going? I definitely think Hurts will transfer. I think Jalen Hurts will transfer to Florida Atlantic and reunite with Lane Kiffin. All right, just get a quick draft recap that doesn't really matter, but 80 overall defensive end Von Duckett, normal dev trait, looks pretty good. Second round at 76 overall strong safety with a quick dev. Okay, computer is on one. We got another white running back because, you know, we already didn't have enough, and a 73 normal dev center. So that's a pretty decent draft class. Yeah, we're not gonna get too funky. I mean, realistically, I probably could. You know, well, like I said, I think we're gonna be in from. I want to put in creative prospects. That's kind of what we did, right? We've already did that. Let me just make sure. Is that something that I already did? Like for other teams, I want to say yes. I went through the draft classes, and last year, and outside of the relocation team, I made like creative players. Let's just like is Josh Rosen in this game? That's kind of the answer you want to get to. Well, okay. Yeah, we did. Look, we got Mason Rudolph there and Russell Wilson. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but what we are going to do is I'm going to look at 2018 prospects, and we're going to make all the first rounders, or at least as long as they're good, some real prospects that we can look at. So for the Bears, they got a 79 overall wide receiver. I'm just going to be simple here. I'm going to go NFL Draft Scout. They have probably the easiest list to look at. This is year 2, obviously. So it would be the 2019 draft class. So at wide receiver, we will... I wish I remember which ones I put. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who all we already used. Oh, that's annoying. I wish for simplicity's sake, I just wrote it down somewhere. But I guess I did not. So we'll go... No. Here's what we're going to do. Because this is going to be, like I said, I'm so nitpicky. I'm so damn nitpicky. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simulate whatever the season is. And when I end the video, I will go back and update all the draft classes. And then when we do the official recap, I'll basically have to do 2 draft classes worth of prospects as well as all the Patreons. But like I said, this is going to be something that's going to continue and keep on continuing. And I want to have as much depth to it as possible. So we'll come back to that. So everyone in this draft right now, they'll go through the first year with their generic names. And then I'll go back and make sure we have all the top prospects in our league. But all in all, a very good draft for the Carolina Panthers. I'm happy with it. Do you think Lamar Jackson should clear for the draft? He did. He did declare, actually. I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 days ago. And he definitely should. He's a first-round quarterback. Best quarterback in the draft. If I needed a quarterback, I'd probably go with Josh Rosen. We have a media question. What's the media question? You've been highly successful with this man. What's a Vince McMahon type answer? That one, that right there. He's like a Donald Trump. You just got to think, like, how would Donald Trump answer any of these things? So we now have the Carolina Panthers, and we need to make this hot relocation. So we are going to go down here to Stadium. We're going to go down to Relocate. This weird nerd that's too eager to see me. Things to do. Okay, why are you so red? Chill it on the high saturated fats, bud. Alright, so let's just go right here to the regular season. Thoughts on UCF? What's up, Mr. Saints fan? How's it going, dog? Let's go. Let's see some of these questions. Who's your favorite prospect in this year's draft? My favorite? I'm really, I'm getting ready on the 15th. That's the last day that college prospects can declare if they're underclassmen. I'm going to start getting in a draft. I'm going to do like another positional rankings video. Mock drafts are going to start. Full 7-round mock drafts are going to start. I'm going to probably do it in order of teams with the lowest amount of salary cap so that not a whole lot's going to fluctuate in terms of big free agency signings. But my favorite, man, honestly right now, the more I've watched just because it's recency bias, I'm a big fan of Sony Michel from Georgia. I always was a big fan of him, but he's really grown on me, especially with the success of Alvin Kamara. So he's definitely right there. I mean, I've always been a Saquon Barkley fan. I like Baker Mayfield. I like Lamar Jackson. But my favorite prospect in this year's draft class, I assume I would say favorite though. Like I feel like if you go with a first round draft pick, like that's everyone's favorite. Everyone likes the Saquon Barkleys. Everyone likes, the Baker Mayfields for the most part. So it kind of has to be a sleeper, but doesn't have to be like an absolutely outrageous player. Maybe Taven Bryan from Florida, because I'm a Gator fan. I think he's a guy that not a lot of people, especially teams that need defensive tackles, know about. And he could very well be like one of those like surprise first-round draft picks. So, I don't know. We're going to forget last season because I wasn't there. I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon, God damn it. Oh, just give me 1 second here. You'd better believe I got to cue this up. This video already was demonetized when I started out my stream because my last stream was a little faux pas. So, we need to have this just for play for like 5 seconds. Where's it at? Here we go. Yeah. In line. Just a matter of time, because you got. Alright, that's probably enough just to get my goddamn thing demonetized. But yeah. Ken Webster, the corner from Ole Miss. I want to see how well he tests. I'm going to say right now he's probably a second, third round pick. Just because he's not your like prototypical like. I feel like right now, if you're even a sleeper, you need to be like that Josh Jackson size. Like Ken Webster, I think he's like sub 6 feet tall. And I don't know if he's going to be like 4.2, 4.3 speed. But kind of remembers you a little bit of like Des King coming out. Like not so much where Des King was kind of viewed as a safety. But in terms of like their play style, and Des King balled for the Chargers last year. So I don't know what the. I thought this week 4 is when I could start to relocate it. Which underclassman that declared should have stayed? Lamar Jackson. How do you feel about Deshaun Hamilton? I like him, man. Good for a slot wide receiver in the NFL. All right, let's relocate this goddamn thing. We're going to London. There we go. They already knew. We're going to London. Vince McMahon would be the only person audacious enough to make that move. As our team is looking horrendous right now. We got a media question. You officially move the franchise, well, you assume that you'll be more successful there. It's good business. Yeah, we'll go with this one. It's good business. It's big business, baby. What do I think of Antonio Callaway? Dumbest, like, he's right up there for, like, with Randy Gregory in terms of, like, this is the dumbest, like, friggin' thing that I've ever seen in my life. For, like, stupidity in a player. So, it showed in his play. He's a speedster. He's a burner. But, like, countless times he was our punt returner, and he'd, like, fair catch it on, like, the 2-yard line. Like, just make some, like, brain fart plays. So, I don't know, man. He's going to be like a sleeper guy. Like, if I needed a wide receiver, I probably would look at him. All right, for Steve Vance here. Did you leave the Bears to draft Calvin Ridley? Yes, they should get Calvin Ridley. Turbo Fireclass. Did you get blocked? You did not get blocked. I don't think I have a single person blocked on my Twitter. I have one guy that sent me a big old black wiener one time. That was probably the only one. We are definitely going with these unis. Man, those unis are fire. They remind me of like the black Atlanta Falcons ones that I'm a huge fan of. My God, those Twitter names, those fake Twitter handles were cringeworthy. What do we got? Dave Gettleman overrated. He selected a third down scat back in the top 8 of the draft. Christian McCaffrey is going to have a much bigger role. I assume that Jonathan Stewart will be gone next year, so he should be fine. Who should the New York Jets draft? Now, if I'm the Jets, you know, quarterback is probably going to be where you want to go. Especially because a lot of these quarterbacks that are available that could be good. You might need to rest them year one. And McCown, we showed this year, McCown is fiery. He's a gamer. He's good enough if, you know, he wants to return. All right, let's see here. Knowing this, let's get the team that has the highest funding, the highest stadium funding percentage from the city. 47%. Oh, it's cheap. What about this one? This one is 48. This is capacity, 69,000. Monster truck rallies in England. American, you need to upgrade your stadium after buying it. Like, does this even matter in Madden anymore? Like, the size of the stadium? All right, we'll go with this one. We'll go with this one. It'll be like a soccer field, I guess. Let's act like we're playing at, I don't know, Emirates Stadium. All right, so let's just keep progressing here. Well, at the halfway point, let's take a look here. Actually, no, let's screw this. Let's just get through this shit. I won't be taking over any, like I said, this offseason, like, we're going to be able to do our free agency period. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money because I assume most of this roster will be taken up by Patreons. I think we have like 10 $50 Patreons. You guys are insane. So that's going to be like half our team's going to be 80 overall rookies again. But it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. We are not doing very well, though. I'm glad that we're relocating because this team is playing very bad. Kirk Cousins to the Browns. I think Kirk Cousins will either go to the Broncos or the Jaguars if he leaves Washington. I would like to see Kirk Cousins in Jacksonville. I think that'd be a great fit. We're under 500. Sam said we should be a playoff team. I don't want us to lose. Absolutely, this team's going to be record. We're not. There's going to be changes. Oh, there's going to be changes. Why didn't I put scouting on auto? Because I'm not going to be scouting, really. All my draft picks are going to be Patreons. I guess I could have if I wanted to. But it doesn't really matter who I draft. They're going to get modified into whomever. Anyways. Oh, we are playing very bad. Who's been hurt? Who's been banged up for us right now? Is it Cam Newton? Haynes, Crowder, and Darryl Worley. So we're not even missing Cam. What is going on here? All I know is Vince McMahon's funds went from... He's almost doubled his funds since this has happened. So Vince McMahon is laughing right now. If you're the Broncos, do you start Chad Kelly or Paxton Lynch? I go Paxton Lynch. I was a big fan of him out of Memphis. I actually had a video that I taught. You guys will see a little bit. I did my reaction video yesterday to my very first Philadelphia Eagles, talking about Nick Foles. Well, I did another video reacting to my first Eagles mock draft. And we had a lot of, there's a lot of, not so much talk about Carson Wentz, a lot more about Paxton Lynch, which was quite ugly. Oh, our team is not playing well. Oh, look, there we go. We got Connor Williams. Yeah, Connor Williams, a tackle from Texas. Okay. Okay, dog, I see you. Is that all we have? Obviously, you have McCaffrey. Should have probably looked at this team to start with. That's probably bad news is Greg Olsen might retire. He doesn't retire this early, I don't think. We still have Kelvin Benjamin on the roster. Okay. Creepy. That's all we had in terms of rookies. Could Baker Mayfield be a sleeper pick for the Broncos or Jets? Sleeper pick as in how? Like a sleeper, like no one thinks they're going to pick them? Or like those guys, if you want Baker Mayfield, you're going to have to draft him in the first round. Do you think Hurts could go to Oklahoma because Mayfield is leaving? I don't think Hurts is like the scheme fit that Oklahoma wants for a quarterback. He's like a big, bulkier, like a Tim Tebow mold. I think they got Kyler Murray, who's a mobile quarterback, but is probably maybe a hot take. But, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I think Florida Atlantic, if I had to guess, if he left. But that's interesting, though. I never really thought of him going to Oklahoma, to be honest with you. Should the Giants trade up with the Browns to get their pick of quarterback or trade down? Well, it worked out well for the Bears. The Bears got who they wanted. I would like to see that because anytime that the Giants lose a pick, they lose assets, is good for me as an Eagles fan. Why Florida Atlantic? Just because Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin and Jalen Hurts were money. So I think I think Lane Kiffin is building something different down there at Florida Atlantic, so I could see Hurts going there. Just because familiarity, he knows that he could succeed under that coach, but he could definitely go to a team like Oklahoma, like you said. Higher, more eyes on you, I guess. Okay, we're still rocking and rolling here. Why, C4, why am I the only Chiefs fan who hates Patrick Mahomes? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Oh my God. Just end this season. Just someone take this Panthers team out behind the shed and put a bullet between their eyes. All right. So we'll get to the end of the season. What we're going to do is do a recap of all the creative players of Patreon still in the Snowhawks. See where the Snowhawks are at. And then finally, we can wash our hands dry of this Panthers team and start to try to build our main team. The Black Knights of London. All right. We have our staff. We're clearing house. Do I want Riverboat Ron? I don't know if I want Riverboat Ron. What's this guy? Linebacker overall. Don't need that. You're fired. What's this guy? Level 9. Bad regression. You're fired. Riverboat Ron. He's expert scouting. He's master trade. Spread offense. 4-3. I like Riverboat Ron. We'll hold on to Ron Rivera for now. All right. So let's look here at our creative players. First and foremost, let's see the standings and where the Snowhawks finished. The Snowhawks, after winning the Super Bowl, go 7-9 and are the 21st team. We have almost 2 ties with the Panthers. So all I can say with the Snowhawks is I assume Phillip Rivers retired, which means they would have went with Dempsey at the start. I don't know. We'll find it out here in a second. All right, looking at the stats. Ooh, okay. First and foremost, with our Panthers, Cam Newton is not good in the sim in this game. Cam Newton, I've never seen Cam Newton have a strong season. I remember we did the Carolina Panthers realistic rebuild. We put tremendous weapons on the team because basically we made the decision we have to roll with Cam Newton, and it wasn't so hot. Running the ball, Christian McCaffrey had a pretty good year, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Receiving, Kelvin Benjamin, who we'll probably just try to keep it somewhat real. We'll probably throw him off the trade block and see if we can get an offer from Buffalo and at least put him there. 68 catches, 11 touchdowns, even though that's a pretty damn respectable season. Olsen there, G-Reg with his third leg, 700 yards, 5 TDs. Luke Kuechly, 145 tackles, 2 sacks, 4 picks. What else we got in the sacks front here? 10.5 sacks from Vaughn Duckett, our first-round pick. Okay. We got 4 picks, Kuechly, 4, Thompson. I mean, that's your Chip Kelly defense right there. When your top 3 players in terms of interceptions are your linebackers. All right, let's move on to our created players. See if I can remember off the top of my head where they went. We had no one on the Bears. We had no one on the Bengals. We had no one. Mariota's on the bank. Man, some of these roster decisions are crazy. Moving at the Buffalo Bills, I'm pretty sure we had a wide receiver here. And his name was Abdullahi. 10 catches, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, he's starting to carve out a little bit of a role there with the Buffalo Bills. Actually, let me pop this up so I don't miss it. Pop up the old Patreon page. which you can support me on my Patreon at patreon.com/PapaC4. There's already a bunch of guys there, and I love you for it. Published. Prospect Watch. Okay. So we now have to... I'm just going to go from quarter... I'm going to go by positions that aren't on the... So if we have the Chiefs here, Steve Holworth is their starting quarterback, and he was pretty not great, and he's not even... What happened to him? Steve Holworth got traded, and Mahomes took over as the starter, which is kind of ridiculous, but they must have traded him somewhere to start, if I had to guess, or is he cut? Classic this game, just ruining it already. There we go. They traded him to the damn Jets with Alex Smith, who's already there. So they have just all the Chiefs court. Look at that. All right, but he looked all right. There we go. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Okay. We have on the Giants a running back, Cornelius Equinox, who, had quite the season. Him as a red zone vulture. 6'3", 240, power back from Harvard, 427 yards, 10 touchdowns on the season. So that is a big season for him. We have on the Miami Dolphins, wide receiver, Miles Jordan, who actually had a pretty good rookie year. And he ended up finishing, it's not terrible. 56 catches, 475 yards, and a touchdown. And rounding out the wide receivers, we have a wide receiver here on the Saints, or on the Steelers, sorry, that's more of a return specialist. But look at that. He got the wide receiver 3 gig, Benjamin Dubuque. 73 catches, 934 yards, 8 touchdowns at 5'6", 160 pounds. Mother of God. 500 yards in the return to punt return machine. Benjamin Dubuque. There you go. That's why if you just like that, I'm pretty sure he was like the cheapest level tier Patreon, and he's having one hell of a season. So you never know what happens, you know? You never know unless you buy a ticket to the C4 lottery. All right, moving on to the tight ends. We have Nick Caruso from the San Francisco 49ers. And here's what he did last. He had 53 catches, 522 yards, 5 touchdowns on the year. Tight end number 1 over George Kittle. So that's good to see that. Good to see him having some nice success. Offensive line. I mean, let's be honest. Offensive line is not the sexiest positions, but pancakes can add up. Sacks allowed. I hate that they don't track pancakes anymore. We have Noah Hanfelder, only gave up 2 sacks, so that is good to see. From Maine there, definitely helping Russell Wilson not run for his life on every single play. Moving to the defensive side, we have on the New England Patriots, Austin Knighton. Hopefully got a little bit more carved out role there on a rotation. He was pretty much a rotational guy. And Knighton did, he got a sack. He starts slow burn. It's a slow burner. BYU, 9 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. And then a sack, he's starting to earn his way into Bill Belichick's trust book. We have on the Kansas City Chiefs, Julian Mancini, defensive end. And how Mancini did was nothing. Okay. No respect to Mancini, I guess. We're going to have to probably go through and help him out there a little bit. Like I said, at this, I'm gonna do like a big miscellaneous for year 3. Any player that I found here now that's, like I said, Dubuque, for example, did nothing year 1. And Mancini, actually, I think was like one of the top 5 defenders abroad. Did not. I'll make sure they're starters again, like just by, I'll juice your overalls up. Then moving to the linebackers on the Tennessee Titans. We had Luis Rancho, outside linebacker. And here's what he did. 70 tackles on the year, a tackle for loss, an interception, and a sack, so that's pretty hot. Pretty hot numbers. Then for the Raiders, debatably the best abroad Patreon last year was Dylan Zellner, and he finished with 126 tackles, a tackle for loss, 2.5 sacks, 8 pass deflections. Okay, right outside linebacker from Tiffin. No one even knows that's a damn school, and he was going off. We now have on the Saints, Malik Johnson, middle linebacker, 131 tackles, leading the team. I like to see that with 101 solo. An interception as well, and 9 pass deflections. So productive season from him. We actually had one of the rare people that donated and wanted to be a real player. So we put Jerome Baker on the Buffalo Bills. He had 79 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, an interception. So hell of a year there for Jerome Baker. Then rounding up in the secondary, we have the Miami Dolphins, which had George Fulmer bringing back white corners. I respect that. who had 72 tackles and an interception on the season. That's good. That's a respectable season right there. We had, for the Cleveland Browns, Jacob Showers, who finished the season 35 tackles. He had a much better year as a rookie. I don't know what happened. Maybe Peppers is starting to develop a little bit more. Maybe there was an injury. Like I said, injuries are turned on. You never know. And then rounding up with special teams, we have Chris Ildrup, the kicker on the Kansas City Chiefs. And he just went ahead and, 72% of his kicks, 91% of his extra points. That is not super sexy. I'll tell you that right now. And then rounding up with our lovely, lovely Snowhawks team that struggled this year. We'll just start the kicker. Pierce Buckley. Tastes awful, but he works. Look at that. 95% on his field goals, 100% on his extra points. He might be a damn Pro Bowler. The long of 54. What do we have here? I'm passing. Quarterback Brian Dempsey. Like I said, there we go. Phillip Rivers retired. Dempsey, 3,800 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. That's a respectable starting season for him. Running the ball, we had no more Melvin Gordon because we decided to go with strictly Patreons. And, yeah. Where's our boy? What he caught? He better not have got cut. We might have to sign him. Where's Whetstone? And where's the fullback? They didn't use any fullback dives? What the hell's going on my team here? Wide receivers, Elon Mack, 89 catches, 745 yards, and a touchdown. Tristan Lindquist had 80 catches, 1,100 yards, 11 TDs. He is still balling out. Damn control. Blocking, we had Bryant Thomas did not give up a single sack. We had Munson gave up 7 and Cassis gave up 12. But I think that's more of a product of the tackle system in this game. It's just ridiculous. They just constantly punish your tackles. Garrett Hoey led the team with 132 tackles. He had 2 interceptions and an interception. Good. Real good. Nick Gavigan, 96 tackles, 6 picks on the year. Might be a Pro Bowler. Matt Saman, 88 tackles, 2 picks on the year. I'll take that. Michael McKenzie, 83 tackles, an interception. We got Bubba Bullard. That's best name I've ever seen. Jave Havs Ashby, 21 tackles, half a sack. We got John Jett, 3 tackles and a sack. So limited playing time, but still made the most of it. But what happened to our dudes? How do I... let's see. Who did we not see? We did not see Lorenzo Williams Jr., who was actually pretty damn productive when we played. Is he still even on this team? He's cut. He's somewhere else. We'll find out where he's at. Let's see. NFL. Lorenzo Williams Jr. Williams. He's a free agent. He straight up got cut. That is just no disrespect. That is just no respect at all for Lorenzo Williams Jr. He was nice for us. We have to look now at Hudson Merrill, our fullback. There is no way that they cut Hudson Merrill. He was 90. He was a 90 overall full. They must just not have used him. There's no way in hell they cut a 90 overall fullback. H-I-J-K-L-M Merrill. Hudson Merrill. M-E. There we go. Oh! They traded him or something. He's on the Cowboys. Okay. Okay, I see you. And then we have Whetstone. Our boy Whetstone. What happened with him? Tim Whetstone. They cut him. We straight up cut our most dynamic, like one of the best kick returners in the damn league. So, that is the Patreons. We'll have to, we'll like I said, once I get into this offseason, once we're done the stream, I'm going to make sure I tidy everything up. I just really want to get at least this team relocated. But yeah, a couple of guys are going to play, surprisingly enough, not money doesn't necessarily buy success in this. I'm going to try my best to make sure that every player that is still on the team that didn't get a lot of production, I'll juice your ratings up a little bit so there's no way they're not going to play you. But let's just get through these playoffs here. Let's get to signing up our staff. Oh, man, that was a bad year for the Panthers. I don't know what the hell was going on. All right, let's hire our staff. We kept Riverboat Ron. Let's see what other... Anyone else there that's better than Riverboat Ron, though? Let's see. We got Vance Joseph. No thanks. Todd Bowles. I actually don't hate Todd Bowles, but I don't want to be running a 3-4, I don't think. Anthony Lynn is... Bruce Arians. How is he not retired yet? Scott Smith and Matt Hendrick. All right, let's look at scouts. Here's the best scouts. You usually want DB scout, or you want... You know what we're going to go? DB scouts are always best. Here's a tip and trick. You want to go offensive line because you get, like, obviously this guy here looks like, you know... I'm not gonna make any jokes because that could get me in hot water. But anyway, offensive line, scouting specialty is the best because it gives you across all of your positions. You know, you said, like, just quarterbacks. With him, you get center, guards, and tackles. Same goes with defensive backs. Linebacker's not bad. That's not a bad one. But let's be honest, defensive backs are the hardest position to scout in this game. So we're going to go with that. And then you always want world-class regression if anyone has it. And, of course, no one's there. So we'll just go with this guy. Kind of looks like Christian McCaffrey. He looks like an alpha a little bit, but also Christian McCaffrey's brother. So we'll offer him a little bit of a deal. When am I coming up with part 2 for my NCAA series? Tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow. So we're going through the Pro Bowl here. 2019 season. Who want to talk college football? Just talk in the chat, man. Always talk college football. I'm just trying to keep this a little bit more central focused to the video. All right, we got both these guys. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Thank you. Next week is the Super Bowl, so it's the Pro Bowl week. Oh, some guys made some damn Pro Bowls. We're not scouting. So who won the Super Bowl here? Let's find this out. So the Super Bowl, after the Snowhawks won the Super Bowl and then did absolutely nothing. Oh. That didn't happen yet? It's the Redskins and the Jags. Okay. Let's go Jags, huh? Let's give it up for the Jacksonville Jaguars. God, this sim takes so long. Wish I did this online franchise. Oh my God, inviting me a party. You're going to get blocked 100% when I can get out of this. Alright, let's look at... Oh, look at that. Now the Black Knights officially. So we can take over here. So the Super Bowl, please be Jags, was won by the Redskins 52-27. Kirk Cousins is still there. Drew Brees is quarterback of the Jags. That makes sense. Give him the damn opportunity to Lamar Jackson, okay? Running the ball, Tevin Coleman. Look, it's a whole free agency built team. Tevin Coleman went off. Hearns had a decent day. Crowder had 2 touchdowns. He swings the momentum here on the defensive side of the ball. 4 sacks for Jonathan Allen with that superstar dev trade. He's probably on one right now. Suat Cravens and no, that was a pretty complete performance. So I guess credit where credit is due. The Redskins have won a Super Bowl, so good for them. Well, we're not signing any of our players. Well, you know what? What's Bradbury? Any of these guys in the 80s? Any guys really developing? Bradbury's 27. Let's be honest. I don't need any of these guys. No thanks. We'll let... Oh, Brian Cox, Florida Gators. We'll let him go. When are you going to do a Dallas Cowboys realistic rebuild? It will happen at some point. I was going through it today. I still have to do the Titans, the Raiders, the Broncos, the Cowboys, Vikings, Packers, Lions, Bucks, Falcons, Rams, Seahawks. So most of those teams still are pretty good. Don't really need much of a rebuild to be done. But, you know. All right, let's first and foremost, now that it's our Knights and I can take control, let's see where we can free some cap up. Cam Newton is gone. Goodbye. Goodbye. Get off the books. We don't want you. You're gone. We're going to draft your replacement. We'll hold on to Christian McCaffrey for now. Darkwa. I don't want you. You're gone. Thank you. We got wide receiver here. Kelvin Benjamin. Well, like I said, we'll throw Benjamin up on the trade block just to see if we can get him off the team. Just try to make it somewhat realistic. Paul Richardson. I'm going to free up over $2 million in cap. I don't want you. Curtis Samuel's good enough. I actually want to switch him to running back. We'll hold on to Greg Olsen. He's a beast. We got franchise tackle here in Connor Williams. Norwell's solid. Centers are fun. There's no real money to be made there. Moten's looking somewhat promising. Duckett. Oh my God. He's an old-ass rookie. He's already 25. Deshaun Hall. Oh my God. There's too much money locked in there. We'll have to take a hit. Linebackers looking fine. We're going to hold on to Kuechly. Bradford. Oof, you're gone. Free up over almost $2 million there. Munnerlyn. Oh my God. Our secondary is ass. Okay, Munnerlyn's too damn old. You're gone. I don't even care. I have to pay money. Free safety. We got you. We got you. Whatever. Kicker. Okay. So we're not going to go super crazy in free agency because, like I said, a lot of the Patrons will fill out these positions. But if there's someone that's too good to pass up, we might have to... Oh, Gronk. All right, see what we got. Quarterback, you can get Russell Wilson. We can get Drew Brees. Still 41, Drew Brees still kicking. Cam Newton's gone. Tyrod, Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, this is a 40-year-old Carson Palmer. Just retire already. I mean, like I said, this is really kind of awkward because I know that, like, obviously I'd probably right now be splurging on maybe Derrick Henry, get a smash and dash, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry. But a lot of it is going to be filled up at a later date with actual wide receivers. I mean, Tyreek's interesting. No matter how many wide receivers we actually get, Tyreek Hill would be a beast. But 95, man, this is a pretty dope free agency class. Now 89, Carl Joseph, Byard. Sherman, oh my God, man. Sean Lee, Bobby Wags, Miles Jack. Freaking, I saw DeForest Buckner, 94 overall. Look, that's Kevin Byard, like I said before. He's an all-pro. I get his ratings now like a 91 or something crazy like that. But, like I said, we can't sign anyone because the draft is where we're going to dictate all of our signees. That is more so. We just gave everyone a set of blue balls. That was window shopping at its finest. Because half those guys would have made great fits on our team, but the team will look good once we get the Patriots sorted out. And like the free agency stuff kind of comes into if we don't win. Like we kind of ruined the mold of the series because we won the Super Bowl with the Snowhawks year 1. If it was year 2, then we'd actually be able to mix in some free agency upgrades with our Patreon players. But that's the whole point, is trying to win with that. But we'll just go right up here to the draft. We'll go up here to the draft. We're going to do the draft because, let's be honest, draft doesn't matter. We're going to be modified. But we'll just see right now. I'll give you guys some tips. To wrap up, like this stream is actually going perfectly timed. I didn't want to go over an hour. Some tips and tricks on how to draft in case you're not on the ins. So here's our roster here. In terms of, like, looking at this roster, 100%, offensive line is always a safe bet of where you want to go in terms of development. Luckily enough, there wasn't a center because not a lot of Patrons want to be the center or really anywhere on the offensive line. So I like that we have a lot of our key pieces still there. I hope we can hold on to Christian McCaffrey. I think regardless of what happens, he will still have a spot on the roster. Greg Olsen is goddamn meme god, so he can be worst case scenario tight end too. And obviously you got Kuechly and Thompson. Kuechly, more importantly, he's a 99. I don't want to move on from a 99. So let's just look at the draft here real quick. That doesn't matter, but also it's just gonna be more so getting in the mind of one of the best drafters on YouTube in my incredibly humbling opinion. So I actually have to pick for because I controlled these teams. Basically, I controlled all teams that had a Patreon go to it, so I could try to manipulate their depth chart, even though as soon as I back out, the computer changes everything around. And for some reason, you never can skip the first overall pick. So, to be fair, we'll go with, it's the Saints. We'll go with this freak monster right here. A 7-7 grade corner. There you go, 81 normal. You're welcome, Saints. There's a good pick for you. I want to let me skip these. Oh, my God. You're not going to let me skip these draft picks? All right, we're just going to go on money. I can't even, like, help these teams out. Well, I'm just going to straight up go in order. There you go. We're going in order. 83 left outside linebacker. Best player in the draft, Frank Collins. Welcome to whatever team that is. All right, we're now the Miami Dolphins. We're going to assume the Dolphins might need a quarterback. So there you go. Joe Henry, superstar QB. Welcome. Why wouldn't it let me skip these picks? You know what I'm saying? Usually you can just skip to next user pick. Oh my God, it's going to be so annoying. What team is this? The Titans? They always need linebacker help. There you go. Brian Ogburn, 77 slow. Good luck. Kansas City. Looking at the Kansas City is my city. Chiefs. Looking at the first round here, they can always kind of beef up their defensive front, get Chris Jones some help. So there you go, 77 quick. Bada boom! All right, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, what they can always go is offensive line. So we get Curry Sword. Oh, he's already drafted. So we'll go with this guy, Mason Klug. What? You won't let me pick? Like, why wouldn't it let me skip in this draft? Does anyone know how I do this? Like, what is this? Why won't it let me skip? Does anyone know this? Or am I forever going to have to do this for the draft? Like, why don't you let me, like, skip to the end of the draft? Maybe if I pause it? Oh, I hate this game! Why is this game so bugged every year, man? For fuck's sakes. Don't care. Okay, we're the Kansas City Chiefs again. Give them some corner help. There you go. 80 normal. Go to commissioner team. How do I do that? Oh my God. Make sure you are the... Oh, I get what you're saying. Thank you. Oh, that makes... Shout out to damn whoever helped me out with this. Thank God. View your draft board. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Now that I know that this is what I'm doing, we're gonna go. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be Vince McMahon. Make our first pick that doesn't mean anything whatsoever. With no scouting, we are just gonna take. Let's see. Who has the sexiest combine grade? To help you out. When you look for a quarterback, okay, I'm gonna go by positions. You really can't go off combine grade for quarterbacks whatsoever. Like this guy who looks like actually like a freak monster. You can't really go combine grade for running backs. You can't combine grade for fullbacks, kind of. Like that guy there's probably gonna be high 70s. You can go definitely. It's a risk, but combine grade on wide receivers is good. You want to look for 3-cone, 40-yard dash. Usually those guys aren't too bad. I've had a couple of instances where I didn't scout a wide receiver, and you can pull like a 77 quick, 77 something like that. We got tight ends. You 100% go highest combine grade. Like that guy there's probably 70, 74, 75. Offensive line, you 100% could go with the highest bench press every single time. Simple. Everyone at like one of those things I think I've talked about almost every time I do a draft on here. We still get constantly like every week a bunch of tweets. There's definitely thresholds that you want to try to hit for offensive linemen. Usually 32 and above. Like that center is probably gonna be a monster. Look at this man. All these high combine. Oh my God. The year to need a right guard right now. Defensive ends, yeah, kind of risky to go combine grade, to be honest with you. Sometimes it works out, other times it doesn't. I usually like high bench press with high 40. Just go with the two popular positions. They used to be pretty all right. Oof, 36 and 4.9. That's not bad. Same goes defensive tackles. Best thing for defensive tackles, though, is strength and block shed. So if you can get, like, every now and again, there's a guy, like, that guy would be interesting to take a gamble on just from an athletic standpoint. But if you actually scouted them, I drafted a couple, like, the last 2 tackles that I've got that have been 82 or something like that. They just have, like, B block shed, B plus block shed, even B minus block shed, and, like, over 40 on the bench. Linebacker, 100% combine grade. Like that right there, 7.5 combine grade money. He's going to be a money pick. 7.4. 7.5, 9 times out of 10 is money. But usually over a 7, you'll be fine. Outside linebacker, 7.7 combine grade. Mother of God, Carol Sullivan. Your name's a chick. That's probably the pick I'll make. Corners are really, really difficult to try and scout, to be honest with you. Just going off combine grade, because so much comes down to press man and zone. Like, corner 100% for me is, like, if you need one, like, use your scouting points on them. This guy actually looks pretty damn elite. We'll go with this guy right now. See? Look at that. There you go. Perfect example. 7.6 combine grade, first round, but we didn't scout any of his actual attributes, and he turned out to be absolute bunts. So, all right, but now that we know what to do, I'm never going to make the mistake again. We'll carry on. See if we can go to the Snowhawks. We'll pick for the Snowhawks here. We still have some ties here with the Snowhawks. So we'll pick for the Snowhawks. We'll always just pick for our reload teams. Of course, I didn't turn on. Okay, I'm going to do this right now, just so I remember it. Actually, no, this is the only year that I'm not really good at autos. I'll turn on. I hate turning on auto scout because so much enjoyment that I can find in this game is by actually, like, finding studs in the draft. But if it's going to be like this for all the teams that we control, it's probably just better left if we turn manual that. I'll turn weekly training on auto. All right, we'll go with that. All right, let's pick a player at blind at number 12 here for the Snowhawks. Looking at the Portland Snowhawks, what we need a running back, a tight end, outside linebacker. So, running back, again, you know, you might want, there's always not, that was Madden 17. Madden 17, anytime you saw someone that didn't attend the combine, I would say 75% of the time they were stud. Not so much the case in this one. Wide receiver, not good. Let's see here. 15, nope. With high, nope. What was this guy? Ooh. Demetric Clowney. Might be alright, but I'm going to grab the tight end, I think. This guy might be alright. Ooh, well. Where's that high tight end? We'll go with this guy. Jordan Milanovic, 78, like I said. Anyone over usually a 6'5", 6'6" for combine grade for the tight end spot is 75. I've always seen 75, 77 plus, somewhere in that range. All right, we're back in the Snowhawks, 2 first-round picks. Not only did they win the Super Bowl, but they also had a bunch of picks landslided backed up there. We are going to 100% gamble on that. That doesn't matter. I want to gamble on that wide receiver. Just see if I can prove a point. Oh, he sucks! Oh, he's trash. Special team weapon, I guess. That's what we got. All right. Let's get to the Panthers' next pick. Oh, my God. I hate doing this. It's so tedious. All right, here we go. The Knights. I keep going with Panthers. We're going back to the Black Knights, who whiffed on their opening pick. A 70 corner. It's not going to stay the same, but let's continue to try to see if we can just auto-draft the greatest team possible. What do we got here? Free safeties are an absolute crapshoot. I'll tell you that right now. There's no real giveaway that you're going to get an absolute stud safety prospect. I don't know why that is, but they're all right. 7.3 combine grade. I'm not going to gamble on that again. No, thank you. Let's go with this middle. I don't want. What am I doing? I'm not going to go middle linebacker. We have Luke Kuechly. I'm not even going to play with that. I think we saw someone at the defensive end with the high bench. 34 bench. Was there a guy that had 40? Something insane. Was this guy? 36. Maybe his left defensive end. Oh, maybe he's probably already gone. So, looking at our team here in general, you know what? We need another. What do we need? Right defensive end. All right, we'll just go with this guy. Hey, decent bench press. You're probably gonna be all right. 72, 72 normal. It's a meh. Well, that's the Snowhawks picking right after. See, that's gonna be some strategy. Like, what team do I care about more, the Snowhawks or the Black Knights? All right, for the Snowhawks, we have 11 wide receivers on roster. God, the roster decisions for this team are just embarrassing. What should I draft? Tight end, running. Let's go running back. I'm going to take a gamble on a running back here. We're going to go with the combine guy that skipped. Oh! There you go! Guy skipped it. Number 2 in true talent. Draft him at 44. See, every now and then you can drop back. The no combine grade, it might edge you in there. So there you go. You're welcome, Snowhawks. We might be putting you in the rear there just a little bit. But you just got yourself the second best player in the draft. You're welcome. Oh, Snowhawks pick again. Okay. Someone just says, every time I drafted safety out of Penn State, they end up being decent. Well, let's see if we can prove that. Is there a Penn State safety here? I'm going to go to the extreme lengths. Even if he's projected to go undrafted, I will take him. Let's see if there's a secondary Penn State player. Just to see if it runs true, if it's school-based. Nope. All right, what else can we do to help the Snowhawks here? Quarterback, Dwight Nash, 6'5" combine. What do we got for wide receiver? Oof. Wide receiver actually is kind of a crapshoot. Like, as much as I want to say you just go with the speed guy, when all is said and done, it is kind of this guy. We have 11 damn wide receivers on the team. I don't know why I just took another one, but hey, 73 is not bad. It's helping my average here. Alright. You know what? Let's just finish this damn draft. This take too damn long. I want this to be under an hour. And it doesn't really mean anything, because I'm going to modify all the prospects. But I will do just kind of a recap for the two teams, the Snowhawks and the Black Knights. See how the computer did, because honestly, we were just guessing. But we did, you know, treat the Snowhawks with that 81 overall running back that they probably wouldn't have selected. So the Snowhawks, 78 tight end. They got 81 running back. Okay. Let's just look in general, see if there's any freak studs that was taken in this. 78 corner, meh. 77 center, meh. 77 outside linebacker. That's not bad. Slow dev trait, though, so you suck. 81 guard. I've seen a lot of that, man. That's something that definitely came with the update. A lot of drafts now that I've done since like the last 2 updates, there's been multiple 80-plus offensive linemen, interior offensive linemen. And I haven't really seen that really up until this point. Sean Pyle, 77. Slow. Bills got a defensive end. Nice 75 tight end here in the 6th round. That's not a bad pick. Black Knights, we got 76 Cejudo, or Cudjoe. We'll go Cudjoe, I guess. Mincy, couple booty picks. 81 running back, like I said, for the Broncos. Quick 83 with quick dev. Okay, Broncos 26 too. Good draft for running back. 79 corner here to the Browns. Slow dev, so the dev traits have been absolute terribly picks. Nope. Left tackle. Nope. Chiefs. This looks like a bad draft class. Well, the Chiefs had 2 first-rounders. I assume that's by Howarth. They probably traded a first-rounder to the Jets for Howarth. They got Arkin, 80. They got a 77 D tackle with a quick dev. Okay, Kansas City. I see you, boo. Looking like the Colts here. 81 overall defensive end. Quick dev. They got the 80 fullback. They got the juicy fullback. Okay. Cowboys, 80 linebacker. 80, 70. What rounds are those? 7th round. The fullback. That's one thing I will tell you right now. If some of you guys watching this try to get at me on Twitter, don't send me your fullback picks. I don't care. They're in almost every draft. Not a lot of studs. This is a fairly weak draft class, man. 83. Oh, that was the guy that we picked off the top. That's a damn good pick. Like a draft class for tight ends, I suppose. Could be the summary here. 79 quarterback Tant, quick dev to the Patriots. The replacement for Tom Brady. Interesting. 81 wide receiver here for the Raiders. Okay. 87. Oh, man, the Raiders went off on wide receivers. I guess Amari Cooper and his bricks for hands aren't getting the job done, and Crabtree's moving on. So the Raiders probably the best draft so far. Ravens, 79 free safety. Is he from Penn State? Nebraska. 4th rounds. There we go. That's probably pick of the draft right there. Not only do the Redskins win the Super Bowl, they got a 77 quick draft safety in the 4th round. Saints get 81 corner. Pick number 1, Verley Shaw. Pretty damn good. Seahawks, 83. Man, the linebackers here too. Money at the linebacker spot. And then we have the Snowhawks. So, yeah, that's going to do it for the, like I said, this is the primer off-season stream. What is going to happen is between now and the next time you see the Black Knights, I'm going to have the 2018 draft class rookies modified and all set up. I'm going to have now the 2019 rookies that are not only like a mix of the Patreons and the actual players that will be declaring the 2019 draft. I have like 8 draft classes. Like I have right now in my notes, I was originally going to do it for my Philadelphia Eagles Connected franchise mode, but then of course the Philadelphia Eagles had to trade a whole bunch, and I got kind of bored of that because I didn't have a Jai or any of the good players. So I have sophomore. I feel like a creeper because I have sophomores in high school right now. If you like whatever, I think the 20. Give me 1 second here. I have up to the 2023 draft class worth of prospects. So these are guys that are juniors in high school right now that have star grades. So we are going to be going deep with the Patreon series. Like I said, this is going to be a series that will continue throughout until Madden 19. So I'm going to do my best. So the next episode is going to be, like I said, a complete recap and a starter. We'll probably get through the preseason a little bit for the Black Knights, but a lot of it is going to be introducing you to the new players and all that stuff to get set up. That should be out, I want to say, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to maybe Monday. Maybe I'll shoot for next Monday so that the stream on next Tuesday will be, you know, just get this series rolling a little bit. So as always, guys, like I said, my Patreon page is patreon.com/PapaC4. That is the best way for you to support my channel and or get involved with this series. I know a lot of people have already supported that, and I'm incredibly grateful. But if you don't have the extra cash, it's literally, you know, just supporting me, just tuning into my streams and watching my videos is enough. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for tuning in for the live stream. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.